Hey, what's up? O levels, orals are coming up. I think around like 2024 July or something, or maybe later because some of some students have there are multiple days of the O levels oral, and so in this video I'll be telling you how to do well. I'll give you all the tips I have for doing well for oral, and so why should you trust me? I got raw 7 L1 R5 in my GCO levels. It's a net 3. For my English specifically, I got an A1. For my Chinese, standard Chinese, I got an A2, which is not bad, I guess. It's not too good. A lot of people got an A1 in my school, so I suck basically. I so for my Chinese oral, I got my oral distinction. I don't actually know what that means, but I know it's better than a pass. And I also passed my higher Chinese with a B4, and yeah, I also got a pass for my oral. So I think I can talk about oral pretty well. The they don't give oral results like for English for some reason. They just give the overall grade. So um I can't comment on that. But I'm sure my English oral wasn't that bad too if I got an A1 for the overall subject. So anyway, here are my best tips for oral after spending like 4 years in secondary school. Before we get to that, my name is Isaac, and I help O level students get single digit L1 R5s without sacrificing their free time and their happiness. If you watched me before and you want me to help you, like literally help you start getting A1s in 90 days while studying less, scroll down and click the top link in the description below right now. Because so many students nowadays in the O levels, even in JC, like actually every single student, they know that they have to study, but they do not know how to study. They do not know how to do it efficiently, so they end up studying like 5 6 hours a day, and then they always end up like in the middle of the night at their study desk, like doing some random Chinese essay or marathon essay or some random studying some random like chemistry topic at midnight. And so if you don't want that to happen to you, or if it's already happening to you and you want it to stop, scroll down and click the top link in the description below right now. Alright, so oral tips. Number one, stop reading model answers. You know those things like uh that your teachers give, or maybe you buy from like some bookstore with like a bunch of model answers, like a bunch of example oral questions with model answers. Like stop reading those. Dude, the questions are never gonna come out. I trust me, I studied at least 50, maybe even more. 50 like different um example, like what do you call those? Model answers. No, model oral topics, or I don't know what they're actually called. They never come out. By the way, this for Chinese. I studied like 50 different. I literally bought like the book cost fucking money. I bought it and I read through like they'll give you videos, and then they'll give you 3 questions for each video, and they'll give you answers for each of those 3 questions. And then I'll read through all of those. I will go through them like in depth with my mom. I did like 50 of those. And over the 4 years, and at least 50 of those, probably even more, and none of it actually came out during the actual exam. O levels. Okay, the thing about oral topics is that they are very very creative. It could literally be the same topic and they can ask like completely different questions. For example, uh actually I don't know if I can come up with an example. Like let's say tech, right? They can ask about like what social media addiction, and then they can also like go in the other direction of, let's say, helping uh like helping making society more accessible, right? They can go to these two completely different directions, and then they'll have a set of completely different questions, and you have to say completely different things, even though they are both the same main topic, which is technology. And this will happen a lot. You will never be able to predict your oral topics, and if you do predict your oral topics, that you'll never be able to predict the questions at all. So stop trying to study as many model oral answers as possible. Like the reason you do this is like you're hoping that hopefully one of those oral topics that you study gets tested somehow, but it never happens. Trust me, it never happens. I studied so much and it never gets tested. None of them, none of the 50 have ever been tested in the history of, in those 4 years when I was in secondary school. In those 4 years I probably had 10 different oral exams. Like you can see like the probability should look quite high, but it's actually zero, which means it's just none, especially in the O levels, cause you know the O levels, they will be even more creative. They will come up with the weirdest stuff. You can never predict it. If one day you can predict the O levels, then something's wrong. Like you are never able to predict the O levels. Not just in oral, but in every single subject. The O levels is extremely unpredictable. So yeah, stop reading freaking model answers and trying to memorize them or go through them and hoping that hopefully the topic that you study will come out, because it never does. It never does. It's just a complete waste of your time. Those 50 topics I spent on, by the way, 50 times 3 questions, because each topic has 3 questions. I probably spend how much, 50 hours on them, 100 hours even, all wasted, all went to shit because there's no point. It never comes out. Alright, so but that's what you shouldn't do. What can you do? Alright, so what you can do is practice. If you got those model answers, you can still use them, but instead of reading through them and trying to study them and memorize them and whatnot, you can use them to practice. You can basically look at the questions. Okay, you can basically bring yourself. You can use all of your oral resources and videos and questions that you have, and you basically go through the exam procedure yourself. For example, if you have let's say you bought there's this booklet with videos and questions and stuff. Let's say you bought it, and then you have a video, and you also have 3 questions, and then you have 3 model answers, right? And so you can basically just go through the exam procedure yourself. You watch the video for, what was it, 10 minutes, yeah, and then you give yourself 10 minutes preparation time to write down your report or whatnot. I think they do reports now, right? I don't know, they changed the syllabus, but they changed. Yeah, they still do reports, I'm quite sure. So your what is it called again? Not spoken interaction. The oral report lah. You know, the thing you do at the start. The, was it 2 minutes presentation report thingy. So you prepare that in 10 minutes. Then you show yourself the 3 questions, and then you answer the 3 questions on the spot. You can do this with, you can do, oh yeah, and do the report as well. You can do all of this with a friend or a family member, or even better, your teacher. Or if you can get yourself to practice oral with a teacher, they can do all of these things for you. That would be amazing. And of course your teacher's gonna give you banger feedback and criticism, and so you can improve a lot more than just like practicing with a friend or parent. And then if you have a teacher, you don't need to look at the answers, but if you don't, you can then after you've already basically tried the questions by yourself, like spoken the answers out loud, you can then now read the answers and see where basically your own answer could have been improved, and what's different between the model answers and your answers. And then from that you can actually learn quite a lot about how oral works and how you can get better at your oral. So yeah, you basically just put yourself through the exam procedure. Maybe the exam procedure will change like depending on the syllabus. Whatever, like the exam procedure, right? It's for me it was the 2 minute report followed by the spoken interaction. For both English and High Chinese it was this. And I think also Standard Chinese as well. I don't know if it changed for 2024. Hopefully it didn't. I don't think it did. At least not for English anyway. So, but if it does change, like if it changes to like what, just spoken interaction only, you know what changed. So just put yourself through the exam procedure that you're gonna be doing on the day of the O level exam. Like basically you prepare for the O level exam by doing what you will be doing during the O level exam, with like the videos or questions or whatever that you got from whatever source. Maybe you got it from your teacher, maybe you got it from buying that book I talked about, or whatever. Or sometimes you only have questions actually. Uh, my teacher actually gave me this booklet. There was no video, but there was like a passage. You can use those two. Oh yeah, and there's also questions as well. You can use these two, um, as well. They also help, and sometimes maybe you don't really have like the 2 minute report question. You only have the spoken interaction questions. That's fine as well. Just you know, take what you have and try to practice as much as you can with them. And if you need more, ask the teachers. Always ask the teachers if you need more practicing resources for practicing. It's the best, most effective way to do it. And of course, the best way, like I mentioned before, to practice oral is to just go up to your teacher and ask, hey, can we do a practice oral session, 1-to-1? And if you can do that, that's freaking amazing. I was never able to do that because I was scared, basically. But if I was able to do that, I probably would have gotten much better grades, for my Chinese especially, because I sucked at Chinese, like, no, to be completely honest with you. So yeah, do have a teacher if you can. If you can't, do what I talked about just now. I know it's hard, but it's like this is the best, most ultimate, number one way to do it. Like with a teacher, I just go up to a teacher and ask them to do like a 1-to-1 oral practice session with you on something like that. Maybe you can make it a consultation. Maybe you can have your teacher send you the videos and questions, and then you record it and send it to your teacher, and then your teacher gives you feedback. But either way, get some sort of feedback from teachers. That would be the best way, or the absolute greatest way to go about it. And once you're done practicing, you can just practice more. Like volume is quite effective at getting you results. Alright, so you can like once a week or twice a week or maybe even every day, like you can ask the teacher, can we do like a oral practice session today, and or I'm gonna send you this recordings and then you can grade me based on them, and then the teacher will give you the feedback and then you implement the feedback and then practice again, and then you get better grades as you practice more and more, and then on the O level day of the O level exam itself, you'll be freaking prepared as hell. You'll do better than everyone else, like easily, if you just put in the effort and the courage to do this. And an extra tip. So this is like the main part of the video. Like this is the ultimate tip I can give just to practice. But extra tip I have for mother tongue oral, specifically mother tongue, is that especially for Chinese, because like Singaporean Chinese don't speak a lot of Chinese. I'm not too sure about the other cultures and languages. They seem to speak a lot of like their own mother tongue in their households, but Singaporean Chinese, we speak like freaking English even in our households as well. So if that's the case, like just practice speaking your mother tongue more often. Like speak your mother tongue language more often with your friends, with your family. Family is a big one. Friends is also quite a big one. Like you can like grab the friend that you spend most of your time with, and you can go like, hey bro, I wanna prepare for my Chinese oral, so or like Malay oral or whatever oral, and you can do like, hey bro, for the next few weeks, can we just only speak Chinese to each other, and like that will help definitely. The practice part is the big one, but this can also be like a extra boost to your um your oral grades. And one thing is, make sure that you are getting some sort of like feedback when you are speaking your mother tongue more often. If you can get your parents to speak mother tongue more often with you, and they're actually like good at Chinese or whatever their mother tongue language is, then they can give you like feedback directly on the spot, like this is the wrong way to say it, you should be saying it this way instead, and that's like really valuable. But when you're saying with a friend, you can't really get that feedback, so what you can do is Google Translate. Like when no, seriously, like whenever you have something to say but you don't really know how to say it in your mother tongue language, you can just pull up Google Translate, and then you learn something new from that, which is very very valuable. Or you could also like ask your teacher, like your Chinese teacher, as you're speaking Chinese, maybe you have some questions that you accumulate, that you collate, and then you can write those on a piece of paper, and then the next mother tongue lesson you can just go up to your mother tongue teacher and ask, hey, how do I say this, or how do I say that? You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, that's all the tips I have for oral. For the preparation part of oral. So I hope this video is valuable. Once again, if you want me to personally help you get A1s without sacrificing your free time, scroll down and click the top link in the description below right now. And if you do that, I will make sure that you'll see those A1s on your report card when you report to school to receive your O-level results a few months or a year from now. And you'll know that, and you'll be able to basically go to any JC or poly that you want. So if you want that, scroll down and click the top link in the description below right now. Give me any criticism or feedback in the comments below so that I can improve, and I wish you a good day.